What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Damn, back-to-back Klay Thompson videos. And so I just saw Ticket TV's video, man, and I looked this up, man, and damn. So the Dallas Mavericks, reportedly after a 2-6 start and with Klay Thompson's struggles, um, they are looking to trade Klay Thompson before the February 6th trade deadline. All right. So, of course, we all know that Klay Thompson has been struggling so far this year. Klay has only been averaging about 8.5 points per game. I think he's only shooting like 34% from the floor or something like that, 36% from the floor, only 29% from three-point range. And even a diminished Klay post ACL and Achilles injuries have been more efficient than that. He's been around 43% shooting, but 39% from outside. So he still was a really, really good outside shooter. I have noticed a decline in Klay's mid-range game since he's gotten after his injuries, but he still was a great outside shooter. But even that he struggled, man. And I did see a post that he put out yesterday where he basically said he's still committed to playing basketball and he hopes to come back stronger and blah, 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 blah. So I guess that's put out there to show that he wants to turn this thing around. And look, man, I hope that he's able to turn his shooting slump around. I hope he definitely is able to turn that around. And this is the first time he's had slumps. Ever since he's come back from that injury, I think it was January of 2022, I think it was. Yeah, January 2022. Ever since he's come back, he's been much more susceptible to slumps. He would have a hot streak and then slump. Hot streak and slump. I mean, Klay's always been kind of streaky, but ever since he's come back, he's been extremely streaky. And right now he's struggling, and some of it is, I think, age. A lot of it is age and injuries. And, I don't know whether or not he's ever going to be able even to get to the point where he's averaging 17, 18 a night. I don't, or whatever, If he could just get to, I'd say 13 points a night. If he can get to 41% shooting and 35% from outside, if he could just knock those numbers up to that, I think he'll have some value. But he's still not worth his contract at this point, man. And I just hope that there's some way, being that, of course, that he has ties family-wise to Lakers organization for many years. His father, Michael Thompson, played with the Los Angeles Lakers, winning a championship. I think it was 87 and 88. Power forward. Of course, Klay. Many people thought he was going to be a Laker, but ultimately, he ain't want no parts of that ish. Hey, man, there could always be something that happens when you look at the fact that, hey, Klay always wanted to be a Laker. And you know who, with that situation, it's pressure for him to come off the bench. And when he comes back, who I'm talking about with that. It could be a situation where his ego won't allow him to do that. And if things don't go smoothly, the Lakers are proving they don't really need him anymore. Hey, it ain't like LeBron doesn't have ties to LA in some ways. He's worked with, I believe, Jason Kidd as an assistant coach. And he knows Anthony Davis is over there. Kyrie Irving's over there. So maybe something will happen. I don't know exactly how. Because I'm trying to figure out how a trade would work. because they have to give up something more than Klay Thompson. But anyway, you know, I wish the best for Klay, man, because in his prime, at least in my opinion, Klay Thompson was the best catch and shoot player I've ever seen in my life. At least in my opinion, I thought that he was the best catch and shoot guy I've ever seen. And when I used to watch the Warriors in their prime, 10 years ago or so, 8, 9, 10 years, 11 years ago, Klay was always the guy that I feared the most in the postseason. And don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on Steph Curry, but Steph sometimes, I don't know, man. Steph had his moments in the playoffs. He did. He had his moments. He's the all-time leader in three-pointers made in the playoffs, so he definitely had his moments. But there were some times when I thought in key games, Steph would kind of, underperform a bit, and it'll be Klay who would come out and be an absolute killer and, save the day, especially in elimination games. I noticed that with Klay Thompson. He would shoot and play very well in elimination games. But, anyway, I hope that, Klay finds a home, man, because I don't think it's going to work out in Dallas, man. That thing's turned to a clusterfuck. And Klay is a winner. And, I don't think any of his shooting woes have anything to do with his domestic situation. I think Megan Thee Stallion really cares about him. And I think he has found somebody that he cares about, and that's all that really matters, man. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.